Hi, everybody. We are here to do week 5 workout 1. We do have some weighted exercises, so go ahead and grab your weights or your heavy objects, whatever you've been using. We have 3 circuits, just like we have been doing. First circuit is going to be cardio, so we're going to do a time-based circuit. So we're going to do 30 seconds of each move with 15 seconds of rest in between each move. We're going to do that 3 times straight through, so back to back 3 times, get that heart rate up, which will help us keep it up throughout the workout. Second circuit is going to be strength. We're going to do 2 rounds of the strength circuit, and then we have our third circuit, which is the strength and conditioning. So a little bit of, I'm looking at it now, I was going to say a little bit of combination of strength and heart rate, but it's actually mostly strength. So we'll just call it a strength circuit. So after we get through the first circuit, that'll kind of be our done with the jumping around and getting that high heart rate. So that'll be something to look forward to, right? So we will warm up together, and then we'll get into the workout and then get through the 3 circuits and then cool down. Piece of cake, right? Sounds a little bit easier than done, right? Easier said than done. That is what I was looking for. Was not coming to me. All right, so let's go ahead and warm up. Go ahead and serve some of those butt kicks. As always, I encourage you to put on your favorite motivational playlist, so you don't have to listen to me and to yourself breathing while we go through these moves. Let's go ahead and step back to some lunges. So we're just stepping back, nice light lunges, warming up those hips, that lower body. Add to some squats, like squats, that butt is back, weight is in your heels. Let's go ahead and add those opposite toe touches, so reaching towards those opposite toes, side to side. We're using a heart rate monitor. You should be seeing that heart rate come up a little bit. Should be feeling that heart rate come up. Should be feeling those muscles loosen up as our blood starts flowing. Let's go ahead for some jumping jacks. Nice big arms. Fingertips touch above your head. As always, you can take that impact out. Keep it here. Go nice wide feet, wide arms. Bend at the waist. Reach down towards his opposite toes. All right, are you feeling nice and warm, nice and ready to start first circuit? All right, so we're going to use a weight for our first move. We do have those weighted jacks, which I believe we've done before. So go ahead and grab a dumbbell. Before I start the timer, I'm going to show you what they are. So you're going to hold that dumbbell, that heavy object, between both hands. And you're going to give me those jumping jacks, and we're just pressing that weight straight up. Just like I showed you, you can tap for lower impact. We're going to do this for 30 seconds. We'll rest for 15 before we move on to our second move. Are you ready? Weighted jacks in 3, 2, 1. Nice deep breaths. Speed is your intensity, so you can speed these up, slow them down, take that impact out like I showed you. Those are our 10-second left beats. All right, there's our time. Set that weight down. We're going to go burpees. I know you know what burpees are. You can do them on the ground, on an elevated surface. You walk your feet, you jump your feet for 30 seconds. Go ahead and start. So on a chair, just as a reminder, you can be here. You can jump. You can do the same on the ground. You can walk your feet up and back, up on your toes, or you can jump. Whatever version feels good to you today, for this 30 seconds. There's our time. We are doing alternating lunges. So kind of like on our warm up, we're going to step forward. If you want to hold weight, you can hold weight. You do not have to. So you're just going to start your feet together. Think about that nice lunge form we've done. Big step forward. Knees are at 90 degrees. Torso stays tall. So we're not on an escalator. We're not going forward. We're on an elevator. We're going straight down. Right? Feet are on railroad tracks. It's not one in front of the other. Your feet are parallel. Nice deep breaths. There's time in our lunges. I think this next one's new. Plank to skis. So you're going to be in this high plank. You're going to jump or walk your feet. Ski feet. So feet all to one side. Try to get to the outside of your hand. So you're not starting in high plank. So think about if you had a line from your hand, you want to get those feet to that line or over. So again, hit that plank, walk your feet, back to plank, other side, middle, side. Again, you can jump. Think about that nice plank form. I want these shoulders to stay over your wrists. So you don't want to come back. Try and keep that butt down as you go side, middle, side. That was one whole round. Go ahead and grab your weight for weighted jacks. We're starting right back at the beginning, round 2. Woo, are you ready? Take a deep breath. Round 2 starts now. Give me those weighted jacks. So this is starting round 2. We are going to do 3 rounds. So while we may be gasping for air, we may be wondering when it's over, they do go quickly. Nice deep breaths, less than 10 seconds. Set that down to our working next. How could we forget it's burpees? So on your chair, on the ground, 30 seconds of burpees. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and start. Getting to on your chair or elevated surface on the ground, jump or walk. 10 seconds left. Keep it moving, keep pushing. Time. Alternating lunges is next. So again, with or without weight, we're just going to step forward, alternating right and left leg. Catch your breath. Lunges. Think about that nice form, big step forward. Front knee stays behind your toe. Nice deep breaths. 10 more seconds left here. Time. Down for that high plank to skis. Whew, catch your breath. Go ahead and come down, start that nice plank. 3, 2, 1. So set up that nice plank. Jump or walk your feet to the side. Back to middle. Reset that nice plank. So again, in your plank, think, are my shoulders over my wrists? Is my butt down? And again, I do not want your chin tucked to your chest. I want you to have that nice flat neck. So looking a little bit in front of you. That way you're not putting that extra pressure on your spine. All right, one more round. This is it for circuit 1. Grab that weight for weighted jacks. Final round. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Focus on those deep breaths. Again, speed your intensity. So since this is our final round, I want us to try to increase that intensity a little bit. Finish circuit one out with a bag. Seconds. Sit that way down, go to burpees. Final round of burpees. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Burpees. Whichever version you're giving me today. Their last 30 seconds, 20 seconds now of burpees for the day. Three, 2, 1. Lunges. Are you ready? Lunges in 3, 2, 1. Remember, we're alternating. Could hold weight or not. Big step forward. Torso is tall. Knees behind your toes. Toes pointed straight forward. Now let's think about here. How's your brain working this week? 10 seconds left. There's time. One more move. 30 more seconds of work. In circuit one. But come down onto the ground. Get ready for that nice high plank. Adding those speed beats. Go ahead and start. So don't worry about speed in this one. All those form points, all those things I told you to think about, I want to see you focus on those. And then add the movement. So if you feel more comfortable just adding or just holding your plank, go ahead and hold plank for 30 seconds. 10 seconds now. Nice deep breaths. There is our time. Circuit one is done. Awesome job. Grab a drink. Whew. That is it for our jumping around cardio moves. Thank goodness, right? So now that our heart rates are up, they are going to stay elevated. So if we would have skipped the cardio and went straight to strength, our heart rates would not have gotten as high. But now that we've done the cardio, it'll be a little bit higher while we do the strength. Just given that additional calorie burn, all those benefits of cardio while we do our strength. More bang for your buck, always good, right? All right, so we do have all strength moves. We are not going off of time. We are doing repetitions. So our first move, very similar to how I've been starting or including squats in our warm-up, we're going to do squat kicks. So we are not going to be touching our opposite toe. You're going to set the nice squat. Feet shoulder width apart, weight in your heels, squat, kick. I want to see the bottom of your shoe pushed in front of you. So we're going to do 8 to 10 each leg, 16 to 20 total, however you want to count. You're going to squat, right kick, squat, left. Keep that torso up nice and tall. Give me a nice deep squat. Keeping those knees behind your toes. Weights in your heels for 8 to 10 on each leg. After you are done with your squats, we are going to go to chest press to chest fly. So grab those weights, come down to the ground. And we're going to stay here. Actually, you two. Share a little bit. So chest press to chest fly. Whatever you want to do with your lower body. I like to pull my knees up because, as I told you before, I do not want arching. I do not want there's space for your hand for your arm. So you're tucking those hips. That way your spine stays flat on the ground. We've done chest press and we've done chest fly. We're just adding them. So you're going to start with those hands wide. You're going to press up, turn your palms, chest fly. Turn your palms, bring back down. That's one. So press, turn out to the side, up, turn back down. That's two. We are doing 10 to 15. So chest press is straight up, chest fly is out to the side. Keeping those slight bends in your elbows. We don't want them locked. We don't want the extra pressure, extra stress of locked elbows. So keep them wide. Bring those down to the ground, those elbows down to the ground in each movement. So to the press, to the fly, and I lost count. We're doing 10 to 15. I'm going to do two more. All right, so when you're done with those, go into those weights to the side. We're going to stay down here. Nice little simple transition. You stay here. We're going to do 10 to 15 leg raises. We've done these before. Again, think about, I do not want this arching, so I'm going to tuck my pelvis, roll it up, press that back into the ground. If you have trouble doing that while we're doing the leg raises, go ahead and stick those hands under your tailbone to keep that spine nice and neutral. So again, keeping those hips up, you're just going to give me those leg raises up, harder if you don't touch the ground. We're doing 10 to 15. You can always alternate legs if you don't want to do both at the same time. But you're using that core, you're engaging that core to keep that spine on the ground, keep those hips tilted. We're doing 10 to 15. All right, when you're done with those, we're going to stand back up. You're going back to squat kicks. We're going to do this one more time, this training circuit one more time. So squat kicks, if you want to hold weight at your chest for a little extra resistance, a little extra challenge in your squats, feel free, but we can do it without, just like we were doing. So remember, set up that squat, feet shoulder width apart, toes pointed forward. Squat, right leg, squat, left, that's one. We're doing 8 to 10 on each leg. Nice deep breaths, nice deep squats. Remember that flat of that foot is pushing forward, so you're pushing a wall away. That's in front of you. After your squat kicks, come down to the ground. Chest press to chest fly. So again, whatever you want to do with your legs, but keep that spine on the ground. You're going to start with your weights at your chest, or as close to as you can on the ground. Press up, rotate, out to the side. That's one. We're doing 10 to 15. Nice deep breaths. Make sure those elbows aren't locked. Make sure that spine is not arched. It is pressed into the mat. Ten to 15 of these. And when you're done with 10 to 15 of these, do one more. We're going to go to those 10 to 15 leg raises. So set those weights to the side. Again, rotate those hips up, keep that back, that spine on the ground. Nice long legs. You're going to be 10 to 15. Nice deep breaths. Not worried about speed, keeping it slow and controlled while you keep that core engaged to keep that spine nice and neutral. Again, you can be alternating, whatever feels good to you. We're doing 10 to 15. And when you're done with those, we are going to move on to circuit 3. You see how we're doing on time. We're going to do 2 rounds through circuit 3. Program is ready. We are standing for 1 move, on the ground for 2, kind of just like we were. We do have to turn over on our stomachs. So go ahead and grab those weights. We are starting with a bend over row to a fly. So basically that chest press to a chest fly, we are doing the exact opposite of that. So chest press and chest fly hit our chest, row and fly is hitting our back. So we're gonna do that nice bent over position. Feet are about shoulder width apart, toes pointing forward. So we're setting up that deadlift, right? Nice soft knees, stick that butt back. Here's what we look like, nice flat back. We're holding it here. So remember, I don't wanna see butt staying in place and rounding. When you stand up, stick that butt back, shift that weight back to your heels while keeping those knees bent, and you're here with that nice flat back. Again, your chin is not tucked, you're looking forward to keep that spine, that neck nice and flat. So we're gonna do a row to a fly. So you can keep your palms facing each other on this one. Row to fly is 1. Squeeze those shoulder blades together at the top. We're doing 10 to 15 of these. Squeeze and squeeze. Nice deep breaths. Should be feeling that in your upper spine, maybe your low back a little bit from this bent over position. 10 to 15. I'm gonna do 2 more. 1 more. Whew, those are a challenge. Those got my heart rate up. Whew, so what are we doing? 2 more. We're gonna do core and then low back. So we're gonna do heel touches, 10 to 15 each side. So you're gonna set up just like we did for that chest press on their back. Pull those feet to flat on the ground. You're gonna have your arms at your side. You're gonna pull your chest up, your shoulder blades off the mat into a little crunch, and you're gonna reach down towards your heels. So the goal is thinking about a crunch, so crunching that shoulder towards your hip. You don't have to touch your heels. You can be the movement, the range of motion that you have. But you're gonna do 10 to 15 on each side. So again, thinking about crunching that shoulder towards your hip. All right, we're going to go ahead and turn over on our stomach. I think we're doing, let me double check, Superman to high plank, or no, Superman pulses, which we've done before. So we're on our stomach, waist, long arms, long legs, and we're gonna pulse for 10 to 15. So long arms, long legs, you're gonna raise your chest, raise your legs, and you're gonna pulse. 3, 4, 5 for 10 to 15. Keeping those knees up, chest up. That was 10 to 15, that one goes fast. They don't all go fast, right? But that one went a little fast, so 10 to 15. So go ahead and stand back up. We're gonna do this circuit 1 more time. And then we'll pull down after that. So grab your weights. Remember we started with that nice bent over row to fly. 10 to 15 of these. Set up that nice form. Feet hip width, toes pointed forward, butt out, nice flat spine. Row, squeeze, back down, fly, squeeze. That's 1. Row to fly. That's 2. We're going for 10 to 15. Make sure you're taking those nice deep breaths. Don't hold your breath. I'm gonna do 2 more. Give me your 10 to 15. Woo, those burn so good. Coming down, we have 2 more moves, and then we're gonna cool it down. So down on your back, we're gonna do those heel touches, 10 to 15 each side. So you're gonna feet are flat, arms around your side, crunch up, reach towards that heel. We're doing 10 to 15 each side. Deep breaths. All right, slowly lower back down. Last move, Superman pulses. Go ahead and roll over onto your stomach. Long arms, long legs. You're gonna raise that chest, raise your knees, getting those arms and legs, and pulse for 10 to 15. Up and down. And then slowly lower down when you're done. Since we're down here, let's go ahead and do some stretching on the ground. Go ahead and push up into all fours. Come into that child's pose. So head on the mat, butt towards your heels. Really press into those shoulders. Nice deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good push from here into a plank. And we're going to shift down into down dog. So down dog, you're pressing your head between your shoulders. Weight is in your heels. And kind of bicycle those knees. So drop one knee and then the other, pressing into those heels. Then step into that nice high runner's lunge. You can be here. You could drop that knee down. Whatever feels good to you. You should be feeling that in that back hip. And back to down dog. And do that nice high rider's lunge on the other side. And nice deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. It could be up, it could be down with that back knee, whatever feels good. Go ahead and come back to down dog. And come to all fours and rotate down to that sitting position. And give me that butterfly so feet are flat together. You can pull those toes up and kind of use your elbows to press down on your knees to feel a little bit more of a stretch in those inner thighs. And straighten those legs out. Reach towards those toes. Go ahead and sit up. One foot. So I'm putting my right foot on the outside of my left knee, planting that hand behind me, sticking my elbow in my knee to twist. Feel the stretch in my spine, maybe a little bit in my hips. Nice deep breaths. And do the same stretch but switch sides. So I'm putting my left foot on the outside of my right knee. Left hand is behind me. And twisting over that knee. All right, go ahead and come back to center. Work your way to standing, grab a drink. We are done. Week 5, workout 1. You can check that off of your checklist. Make sure you're going through that checklist, checking off all your workouts, checking off the nutrition goal. But I hope you're enjoying so far and enjoy the rest of week 5. And I can't wait to see you guys soon.